So the other big debate here in Washington, D.C., on to other unpleasant news, is amnesty. You hear DACA, you hear Dreamers, you hear whatever. It's amnesty. And President Trump ran on a strong law and order platform on immigration. Built the wall. You can go through a list of promises. And I think he opposed DACA initially during the campaign. So you may recall President Obama couldn't get amnesty for the children of immigrants. There's our train coming by. The children of illegal immigrants brought into the country, I guess before they were of age. I guess 15. And they wanted to pass an amnesty for that group. And it was unable to be passed by Congress. The Democrats who ran Congress, they controlled Congress. They think they had a filibuster-proof majority when President Obama came in, and they didn't pass this amnesty. So what did President Obama do? Well, he decided he thought he could grant the amnesty effectively on his own. Highly illegal, highly unconstitutional, and so President Trump promised to overturn that. And he eventually did. But now he's proposing that there be a mass amnesty for DACA for these alleged dreamers and others in exchange for promises on security and restrictions on immigration. And this is how this amnesty versus security debate always goes forward. You know, the promises, I shouldn't say always goes forward, but those who want open borders, because President Trump should understand he's negotiating with people who want open borders. He's not negotiating with people who in good faith want to protect our borders and protect the rule of law. He's dealing with people who want to undermine the rule of law and open the borders. So if you understand that, you should recognize all they want is amnesty. And they will say you can have your security, you can have your immigration restrictions as long as they're basically unenforceable or can easily be rolled back in the future. And unfortunately, President Trump is, at least his initial offer suggests that's what we're going to get, where you have the DACA amnesty, which would be massive. He would want a wall funding, which would be good, I guess. But these restrictions on immigration and reforms of immigration would effectively take place over 20 years or so. So you know how that works. Amnesty first, security, and the rule of law second. So I don't understand why that process is being, the politics of it. Your guess is as good as mine on politics. Okay. I can just tell you what we know from Judicial Watch about discussions of amnesty. It increases illegal immigration. I think it undermines the rule of law, but it increases illegal immigration. And we know the way the government works, you can bet it's not going to be secure. Because President Obama, when he gave Dreamers this DACA amnesty, he promised that they'd all be thoroughly vetted and no criminals. And that was just a big lie because Judicial Watch exposed it to be the lie. Because we found the documents showing that they didn't really want to do background reviews of those who were getting the DACA benefit. They were called lean and light. And they just moved them on in. And do you think the government's going to do it again? Even with greater numbers, I think it's over nearly 2 million people. I've got this amazing idea for immigration reform. You want to hear it? It's enforce the law as written. Just enforce the law as written. If the American people wanted immigration reform, it'd be a priority. But it's been year after year. The politicians keep on promoting amnesty and the American people just say, enforce the rule of law. So when you hear all the establishment politicians getting together and saying we need to fix the dreamer problem, hold on to your wallet. Or at least the constitutional equivalent of it. So the good news is, and Jeff Sessions has been great on immigration, certainly. Their Justice Department announced they're going to really be going after these sanctuary cities even more aggressively, I think asking for subpoenas, potentially if they don't start complying with requests for information about their compliance with federal law on immigration by not cooperating or preventing their local police who want to, again, the regular police rank and file want to cooperate with the feds on immigration. The politicians running the big city police departments don't want that to happen, so they keep criminal aliens or information about criminal illegal aliens. I know that's somewhat redundant, but I'm talking about illegal aliens who go on to commit additional felonies like rapes, murders, property crimes, robberies, things like that. They don't want the feds to know they have them in jail, and they want to release them onto the streets without giving the feds an opportunity to figure out whether they're going to be deported or not. Really dangerous, illegal stuff. So the Justice Department is trying to crack down on that within current law. Congress can do more to enforce the law there, but none of that's going to get done unless we give amnesty to 2 million people, it looks like. So what is Judicial Watch doing? We're obviously exposing what's going on through FOIA, but we have challenged sanctuary cities repeatedly. And just last month, Judicial Watch's lawsuit on behalf of a taxpayer against the San Francisco sheriff's infamous sanctuary policy that led to the death of Kate Steinle and probably countless others, the court allowed our case to go forward, which is a big deal legally. I'm not a lawyer, but I know enough that you got to survive that motion to dismiss. Was what, when you sue someone, the person you sue oftentimes files a motion to dismiss to kick your case out before it gets anywhere. Well, now this case is proceeding, and I'm hoping it ends the sanctuary policy and protects citizens, both legal and otherwise, from the consequences of these politicians who put public safety last and politics first when it comes to dealing with immigration.